The O Cannabis Conference and Expo returns to Toronto June 1st through the 3rd, and there's still some good booth locations available. This exciting event is free for cannabis retailers and will feature Tommy Chong receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award at the O Cannabis Industry Awards. For more information about exhibiting or to register to attend, go to ocannabis.com. That's OCANNABIZ.com. The 5 things to watch in 2020 was anticipated the changing attitudes from major professional sports teams, the opening of 6 to 8 new state markets, increased use of cannabinoids and supplements, and a meaningful global change and positive impact under the Biden administration. So, how well did we do? Well, the NFL's bargaining agreement stopped suspending players for cannabis use. NBA is the only major sports league, and they even changed that a little bit. 7 state ballot initiatives passed on November 4th. The World Health Organization and UN now support global scheduling, and the Biden administration has publicly stated it's going to decriminalize cannabis. So, what are 5 things to watch in 2021? Welcome back to The Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business Podcast. Today, we're going to take a look at an article from Benzinga about cannabis in 2021, 5 things to watch, starting with biosynthesis. So biosynthesis is the production of molecules by living organisms like bacteria and algae, yeast and fungi. And so looking at the space since 2018, it looks like for biological manufacturing systems to produce a more rare cannabinoid, implying a repeatable, scalable, and consistent supply with a reliance on agricultural supply chains. And so definitely more rare cannabinoids are the thing to do. As we can see in our crystal ball predictions in 2021, one of those things was cannabinoids. So number 4 of this year's top predictions, at 11% of people predicting. So I grabbed 12 different publications, and 11% of them mentioned that cannabinoids or rare cannabinoids were going to be the thing in 2021. And so right on target with this article with biosynthesis. So synthetic THC, synthetic cannabinoids, whether you like them or not. Marinol is one of those things, and really not all that great. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of a GMO. I'll stick to organic. Other things to watch in 2021 is the accelerating state of local and market adoption. So the essential nature of the cannabis space has acted as fuel for legal markets to gain share over the illicit counterparts. States have been slow to open the markets, with the time between legislation and the first sale being 469 days. Now it's a lot faster, happening a lot quicker. So municipalities have historically been even slower to adapt state laws, but that's going to change with recent tax revenue driven many local governments to introduce or ease cannabis regulations. And we can definitely see that as well. And so in our crystal ball predictions, we can see that legalization and regulation is the number 1 crystal ball prediction at 41% of people guessing that that's going to be a part of the industry. The accelerating state of local and market adoptions is really all about money. So as they say, kind of, it's about the children or epilepsy. No, this is about money. So investment's going to surge. We'll get there in a minute, but really this is about legal regulation and political action. So next up is the expanded capital participation. So you can expect to see further capital expansion with an increased equity participation via multiple channels. So there's a crowdfunding regulation, Reg A, which is a public listing channel. Also, there's going to be some other M&As and SPACs, or specialty purpose acquisition corps, all about convenience and compliance to kind of get some money out there. So I would definitely anticipate that, as we can kind of see in investment surges, 5.6% of the 2021 cannabis predictions, number 8 on the list for what to expect. You can kind of look at consolidation as part of that too. The mergers, there's going to be M&As, and that's part of that investment surge as well. And consolidation is at 16.7% on what our predictions are likely to happen. So that is the expanded capital participation. So looking at public exchanges, they're going to become more accommodative, credit, which dominated capital flows for a lot of 2020, are going to continue to expand with simultaneous reduction in predatory pricing. Maybe, as things become more competitive in the U.S., we might see that things become more less predatory. I mean, we're seeing speculation up in Canada, in the U.S. because it's private. Maybe it's predatory, but I think you're going to see some stupid money coming in with valuations when those doors open up. All right, finally, global growth. So the general theme repeats from last year with a new detail. So they're going to expect a number of legal adult cannabis countries to double in 4 years, and favorable cannabis regulations to accelerate on the heels of the World Health and UN ramping up decades-long march to accepting cannabis on the international trade and agricultural commodity. So, and that really kind of comes down to international expansion. On our 2021 predictions, 8% listed that cannabis was going to expand internationally. So that's the top 5 things to watch in cannabis 2021, according to this Benzinga article with global growth. So global supply chain is going to ramp up beginning in decades-long march, and we're going to declare China a global cannabis superpower. Pleased to see markets in Europe and Africa and India continue to open, allowing a significant portion of the global population a glimpse into the vast potential of the plant. So 2021 promises to bring many other developments and advances in cultivation and consumption technology, medical, scientific discovery, and a broadened use across the supplement and pharmaceutical channels. The legal cannabis industry remains one of the fastest growing industries in America, with unique abilities to attract the interest of financial and impact investors alike. Diversified capital intentions will undoubtedly have diversified impact to the benefit of the plant, people, planet, and portfolios. So on the heels of that, look at hemp. That's CBD and hemp kind of combined into the number 3 slot for predictions, as kind of hemp blows up. It's almost 14%. Expect that to continue with demand on top of that. So number 5, demand is going to continue to follow the pandemic levels at 11%. And then price and profit drops from number 1 in 2020 to number 6 at 8%, believing price and profit is still important, but it is not number 1. Whether or not this holds true, you're going to have to come back to the Talking Hedge and find out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.
Hi, y'all. I'm Jo, host of Casually Baked, the podcast. If you're curious to explore the highly responsible side of cannabis, farming, and legalization, I'm here to help lighten the stigma and build your canna confidence. Download episodes now of Casually Baked, the podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. And journey with me through the evolving cannabis culture and discover how and why people like you are adding cannabis to their wellness toolkit. It's time to get casually baked.